All right, what's up? So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start a new series. It's going to be. I'm gonna be doing movie reviews, and today I'm gonna be doing a review on The Night Sitter. This is what it looks like. Um, so this movie was released in 2019. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 28 minutes, and I'm just gonna read you word for word, kind of like what the synopsis. It says a scheming con artist poses as a babysitter to steal from a very wealthy. It says not very a wealthy occult enthusiast and his reclusive son. Her crew arrives to clean out the house. Just as the son stumbles upon one of his father's most prized artifacts, unwittingly summons a trio of witches known as the Three Mothers. As the sadistic witches start picking people off who will survive the night. So, what drew me to this movie? I love horror movies, okay? I Horror is my favorite genre, and then comedy. Action's just kind of there because it's just, it's fucking action. It's like Star Wars and stuff. Like, it's great. Um but I was strolling through Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime is a great source of like random ass horror movies that are freaking garbage. Or some of them are good. I'm like kind of person who I love all types of horror movies, good and bad ones. I've seen countless bad ones, like Sharktopus, Sharknado, all the shark movies you freaking name it. I categorize them as trash. Piranha, trash. But it's so bad. Some of them are so bad that's good. That's why I watch them. That's what I like about them because it doesn't take itself seriously. A horror film that doesn't take itself seriously, to me, can really make or break a scenario, can really make the movie interesting because like let's say there's a movie about a haunted telephone, right? That's the dumbest shit you've ever fucking heard, right? It's dumb. It sounds freaking stupid. Like who the fuck's gonna watch that? But when you sit there and think about it, it could be entertaining. Like how's the phone gonna kill someone? It electrocutes them in the head. Oh shit, they're dead. Fuck, there goes Karen. Fuck her. You know? And you can introduce like some stupid ass people, like really bad actors, actresses, and just kill them off one by one, like and kind of like really like reel in the audience. Like that's the thing that makes some of these horror movies so appealing is the way that they kill off people. Like when I'm watching a horror movie, the first thing I do to tell if it's a movie's interesting is the opening. The opening scene that like shows you the characters. Like for instance, the beginning of The Night Sitter shows our main character, who the actress is played by Elise Dufour, she is known for, let's see, she is known for The Walking Dead, Postal, and then obviously this movie. It actually says it came out in 2018, correction, but the video release was 2019, so I don't think anybody's actually going to give a shit, but in case there's that one person that starts to, pick up, I'm sorry, don't hang me. So it shows like it starts off. It's got some like creepy music. That's also like that's a plus. It's really awesome, and shows the main character. She's driving her car to this house. Okay, and the opening shots don't show her face, and that really, to me, is something that reels you in. Like you don't know who this person's going to be. You don't know who the main character is right away. You know what I mean? Like it kind of like settles in. Like okay, this person's probably going to be the main character. The camera's focusing on them, but it doesn't really show her face. So you're kind of like, oh, cool. Like who is this person? And so it comes up. She's driving. Then it kind of zooms in her face. She's smoking a cigarette, normal stuff. It's kind of cute, quintessential for these movies. And then the movie starts, she almost like without spoiling anything, she like goes to the house. She meets the dad. He explains the situation. Like he shows her the son, and the kid's acting. I can't remember his name. Hold on, I'm really bad with fucking remembering actors' names. The kid actors in this movie were really freaking good, and the chemistry between the main character and the kid actor. So there's two kids. There's Bailey Campbell, who's the the co-star kid, and then it doesn't really have a picture of him. Oh God, it's either Joe Walls or Ben Barlow. There's no pictures for them on fucking this thing. That's what I was going off of. But anyway, the main character meets the kid, and they give you a little backstory. The kid's mom died a year ago from the movie, you know, and the dad's going out for a date. So he's like, I want you to make sure you don't go in the closet, and that is a big theme. Don't go in the closet. Well, it's not really a closet. It's just a door downstairs. It's kind of like a closet, but he makes sure to tell them, don't go in that room. Don't fucking go in there. He's a paranormal investigator. And in that room, that's his office. It has all the artifacts and shit from his stuff. And you find out as the movie goes on, actually really early on in the movie, that he started a TV show. And the acting for this motherfucker is so bad. Okay, no offense to the actor. Like, maybe the actor's good. Like, the acting for everybody's good, but like they have to make it cringy when it's showing like his commercial. He's like, "Hey man," it's like me like going, "Hey, I'm Papa Renzulli. This is my my show. We're gonna be talking about killer phones. You know, like it's great. You know, we're gonna start tonight. Yeah, you know, it's cringy like that. It's fucking garbage, but it's really fucking cool. And yeah, basically, he lets the kids know X marks the spot. And that's a very, very important keyword. Without spoiling anything, that's when shit starts to get real. Those words, X marks the spot, is really what freaking kicks shit off. Because he doesn't want them to go in that room. And it's locked. It's locked behind a key, and no one knows where the key is. The babysitter, as far as she's concerned, doesn't give a shit because she's not technically a babysitter. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to go more in depth on that. You should just watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's free. But it's actually a really, really good movie. Entertaining. A lot of the camera angles, there's a Dutch angle and a bunch of other stuff. It's really freaking cool. It's really well done. The music is like an 80s synth thing, so it's freaking dope. I'm not going to play any music on here because I'm not trying to get a copyright strike. You know how YouTube is like cracking the whip trying to kill people on that stuff. But it's freaking fantastic. So I recommend you to watch it. I enjoyed it. I really found really any problem with the movie. There were some things that happened that, you know, okay, I assume this is going to happen. It's a fucking scary movie. Like, you can't go through a scary movie and, like, not just start assuming shit's going to happen. Like, it's not how it works, you know? But it's what makes it fun, you know? It's like a campy horror movie. Like, another movie, You Can't Kill Stephen King. And I know I've talked about that before. When did that come out? I'm about to find that out. It was 2015. And if you know anything about horror in 2015 and, you know, before that, a lot of it was shit, except for, you know, the 70s, 80s, and like 2000, like early 2000s, not like the 2000 double digits, like 2010 shit. You know, it was really bad. You Can't Kill Stephen King is basically, it's a campy horror film, as it's described. Group of friends who make a clueless and ill-fated decision to visit the lake where horror author Stephen King lives. What the fuck? When I first saw that, I was like, okay, cool. I'm sold. Fucking take my money. I didn't pay for shit, so haha, joke's on you. But anyway, it's a really good movie. It's got some freaking like it's got some good callbacks to other Stephen King movies and his books. If you're a fan of him, you'll really like that. It's got some Shining references. 10 out of 10 recommend that movie. Fun fact, you can watch that at any time, any point in the day, and you'll get a good watch because it's just its own fucking entity. That's the one thing I really enjoy about scary movies is sometimes like scary movies can be their own entity. And what I mean by that is it can be in its own world, existing in your world at any point in the time. Like, I feel like I'm confusing you. Freaking hard to talk with that shit in. For example, like when I'm watching the movie Halloween, right? My favorite scary movie, if you know anything about me, the OG one. Don't be getting that confused with 2018 one. I don't have a problem with that, but that's an episode for another day. Okay, but you can't. For me personally, I'm gonna watch it no matter what. It's my favorite scary movie. I love it. but it's not one of those movies that I felt I could watch at any point in the day. Like when I'm watching that, the best time to watch that would be October, because hence the name and the themes and all that. It's just it's freaking great. It's like what makes it. Movies like Jaws, you want to watch that in the summer. Shark movies, summer, because people are running around bikinis, getting chopped up, all this shit. Like that stuff you want to watch in the summer, in the springtime, because it's that freaking atmosphere. But and obviously movies like You Can't Kill Stephen King, that's like a movie you could watch whenever because it's not really its own freaking atmosphere. It doesn't create its own atmosphere. It's just one of those, hey, it's a movie, watch it, and it's entertaining. It's pretty great. But The Shining, it's not really set in a specific like holiday. It's like set around a specific amount of months. But the way that the camera angles and the way that the film is set up, you can watch that shit at any point and enjoy it. Like that's what's great. The movie, The Night Sitter, it's set around like December time. I'm judging by the lights and the Christmas music that plays in the movie. So that's like a movie you'll want to watch like during Christmas time. But honestly, I got kind of invested in that movie. Like I was kind of like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? Like this is kind of cool. I liked all the characters. Like there weren't any characters that I was like, oh dude, I hate this guy. I want them to die. Except for towards the end, but I'm not gonna say anything more on that. It's a good movie for me when it doesn't start creating characters that I'm just like, oh, dude, fuck this guy or fuck this girl. I want them to die. Fuck them. They're trash. Like the movie Shark Night. Fuck, man. That movie, like if I know a movie's good if it gets under my skin. If it really like starts to make me think, what am I watching? What's going on? Like what is this? If it makes me feel like that, like movies like that are what I live for. Like this movie, like it really made me kind of like think about, like, having parents and stuff because, his mom was gone and, and it really made me think about, like the main character, like she's talking about how she's trying to make money, that's why she's doing what she's doing. And, it's kind of like, makes you think and like makes you invested. Like for The Shining, that movie's like, you really kind of feel for it because it's a man, his wife, and his kid that go take care of a hotel that's snowed in Colorado in the mountains, and they can't get out. And then it's a freaking happens to be a haunted hotel. Like you really start to like the characters and feel for them and like really like enjoy it. And like it's such a thrill ride all the way through. And there's so many nuances and things that happen in the movie that you're like, holy crap! Like, is this really going on? Is this really happening? Like, that's a good horror movie. That's really good. There aren't a whole lot of jump scares. There really aren't any in The Night Sitter, which is fucking awesome. Like the music does its own thing. Like if you're a good movie and you're like you have like a good soundtrack, you can really do fucking anything. That's what made Halloween fucking so great. That soundtrack, the cinematography. You don't ever see Michael Myers' face. He never takes his mask off. You never see that. That's what makes him so scary. And in the original one, he's just kind of like, going around. You just see him in the background. When he finally kills someone, it's like it's like a jump scare, but it's not a jump scare. Like it's like a nonchalant, hey, not like the music dies, the lights dim down low, that kind of shit. That's what I don't like. That's what horror movies over rely on now. And that's kind of like what sucks about them. That is just, trash. But back to this movie, like the cinematography, the acting, like everything about it, even like the story. It's not like I mean, technically it can be categorized as your quintessential like ghost story, but very, very rarely will you find, or at least in my opinion, a good ghost scary movie because a lot of them, they're just overmade, like Possessions and all that shit. This is just, it's something else. It's like really cool. Like, I like this one. I think this is like my favorite movie I've seen recently. I also recently watched The Society. That was also a really good movie. The camera angles and all that and the acting. That movie was just weird. Before, you ever like try and watch that, when you're looking to watch a scary movie, you have to think to yourself, what do I want to watch? What am I into? Am I into body horror, like The Thing, Society, stuff like that? A lot of those creature features. Am I into just shit getting fucked up, like disaster movies, alien? like stuff like that? Am I into like psychological stuff? Like, you know, I guess technically you could be considering like isolation, like being trapped somewhere. Um, the fear of being stalked, slashers. Like you got to really think about what you want to see, and that kind of opens your range, like opens up the gate, if you will, to help you find these movies that you want to watch. But like I said, Night Sitter is a really, really good movie. I 100% give it a 10 out of 10. I know it might be like a low budget movie for some people, but that's my thing. You know, I love low budget movies. Blockbusters are cool, like the Avengers and all that. But when you get and watch these underdog movies, like if you think about it, Jaws was an underdog movie. You know, it was made with a shoestring budget, and you know it worked. Halloween, they reused like plastic leaves that they bought the thing every time they'd like cut a scene, they'd like repick up the leaves, like stuff like that. Like that's an underdog movie. That's good. That's a good movie. Not an over reliance on fucking let's dim the lights, let's fucking make the music quieter, and then jump scare. You know, like the original Pet Sematary. That one was scarier than the new one. The new one was just freaking garbage. They changed so much shit for no reason. I know Stephen King would probably freaking hate it. He apparently hated The Shining originally, fun fact, but he got to liking it because Stanley Kubrick's like, fuck you. I'm going to make it how I want. But like I said, like if you get a chance, you should watch it like 100%. Like there's so many, if you go on Amazon Prime, there's so many movies. Like I got a whole lot of movies. I'm in the middle of watching Spontaneous. It's like a comedy kind of. I don't know. People will just blow up. It's fucking cool. They got so much movie. I just watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Get Him to the Greek. Like there's so many good movies that you can watch on there. But I recommend it. Like I recommend you getting on there and watching these low budget movies like Jennifer's Body. Like it's got Megan Fox, so you definitely want to watch it. Zombievers, that movie's just what the fuck, you know? It's like you can come in. It's like what the fuck? Like it's like one of those movies that you're just kind of like, you know, what the fuck's going on with this movie? But it's still good. It's not bad. It's not trash. Well, my brother will think it's trash, and some people do. And you know, the ratings fucking hit that shit hard. But it has a 4 out of 5 stars. So get fucked.
Wanna go fry?
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it for this video. If you guys liked it, hit the like and subscribe. If you have any recommendations or movies you want me to watch, put it in the comments. I know you probably won't, but you know what? You have a good one. Stay spooked, homies.